2 hour live writing sessions. As you can tell, this is going to be a real chill live writing session. 'Cause that's just kind of how I feel right now. I just woke up a little bit ago. A good old juicy nap. Child. Good old juicy nap. So, ready to kind of get a little writing done. Let's see. I'm going to start my vibration plate while I talk to y'all. Hey, everybody. Uh-oh. Let me go here first. Okay, there we go. Let me see. What's today? Today is the 27th, January 27th. It is 1:39 a.m. where I am in Alabama. Let's see what our little calendar says. Let's see. Can y'all see this? It's January 27th. Your vibe attracts wait a minute, your tribe. Okay. That's a word, ain't it? That'll preach. So y'all come on in, go ahead and get your stuff together. Oh my God. Yo, I'm waking up. I'm waking up, child, because we don't get this done. We just gonna do 2 50-minute writing sprints. Okay, if you've never been here before, that's how we do it over here. We do 50 minutes of focused work, and then 2 10-minute breaks, movement breaks. Okay, so you're not just still sitting there during your break. You're up, or you could do some type of chair exercise, but you need to be moving. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for the 10-minute movement break. Over here, what we do is we work on telling the truth. I mean, simply put, we tell the truth over here. However, you need to do that, whether it be, writing your experiences like in memoir form, poetry, words, some type of spoken word or videos. Like, let's say you want to put together a story time series, telling the truth of your life, of who you are today and how you became who you are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Over here we tell the whole truth. Not everything is all bad, not everything is all good. And um and once we even remove ourselves from those labels of it being bad or good, then we can really actually start to tackle the issues that we find in our lives. And sometimes those issues are daddy issues. Sometimes it's the way we were brought up, the stinking thinking that we may have been taught. Maybe our parents were a bit toxic, and you know, um, they were down on themselves, and we saw that, and we mirrored that, or we copied that in our own lives, just because that's what we saw, that's what we learned, that was our programming. And it's not that, we're really just trying to bash our parents or cut our parents off, or, be these rebellious daughters or whatever. It's not about that. It's about doing what we know is best for us now, mental health wise, or physical health wise, spiritual health. Maybe it's just not feasible for us to have a relationship with our parents right now, or, maybe even for, you know, ever. And, so over here we offer space for that, for the daughter who is trying to navigate that type of situation. And if you are trying to navigate that type of situation, I have a tool for you called the decision audit. I'm going to copy it and put that in the chat, make it easy for you to be able to get to it if you should decide that this is something that you may need, because sometimes, we're trying to navigate those really tough choices, really tough decisions that, every daughter dreads having to make. You know, Sometimes it's easier to make this decision, or, you at least a little bit easier you're a little bit more able to, address it. if you have a good framework, if you have something that is like that you can go by that says, okay, this is kind of the things I need to consider, what emotions are involved in this process, what is the cost, of the decisions that I make, whichever decision I make, what is the cost associated with that? Some people look at that like the pros and the cons, but looking at the cost of something goes a bit deeper than looking at the pro and the con of it. It's like, okay, this may be a pro, but there's a cost associated with it, and that's what has to be addressed as well. It may be a con, right? But the cost of it is really low, and you're willing to accept that cost even though it's a con, something that's considered not good. But so how do you make that decision? How do you weigh those things out? And if we've come from like toxic childhoods and stuff like that, then more than likely we were never taught that. That's probably some of the teaching that our parents probably avoided, or didn't even have the capacity to teach us. And maybe they avoided it because they didn't really want to make better decisions, because then that would challenge them to do something different. And some of our parents just they weren't able. They fell short, they failed us in that way. And now it's not about blame, but it's about understanding what has happened to us, acknowledging it, calling a thing so that we can actually heal the thing. And we can take those steps and actually going into true healing. I think there's a healing that we all just kind of said we did, because we needed to. We needed to just say, okay, yeah, I'm healed, because, it was tough. It's tough to do anything different. And then how do you address these issues without sounding like a terrible child, a terrible adult child? You sound ungrateful. You sound like you're dishonoring your parents. But really, it's not about dishonoring them, but it's about honoring you now, you know? And if you're ever in a situation where you're having to decide between whether you honor yourself or your parent, then you already kind of, you know, that tells you something. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're faced with that type of decision, the decision audit link is right there in the comments for you. It's also in the description of this video. Um, so let me go ahead and get the music started so we can just go ahead and get right on into this. I mean, it's late, it's early, and um, as you can see, child, I'm barely here. I'm here, but it's like, child, I'm tired. But I'm in it to win it, honey, and so gotta be committed, stay committed. Do the tough thing, and even when we don't feel like it, or do the thing. It's not like this is tough, but it feels tough when you just tired. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the hardest thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Go ahead and get your writing stuff together, y'all. You don't have to be sitting at a computer just doing straight writing. You could be laying down, speaking into a voice application. You could be putting prompts into your chat GPT. You could be doing research. And some of those things do not require you to be sitting up at a computer. So just because I'm doing that right now doesn't mean that you have to. During my writing process, when I was completing my memoir, The Pastor's Daughter Provoked, this is volume 1 of my memoir series and an international bestseller on launch day. And while I was writing that book, a lot of that book is from a voice recording. And, it's centered around that. But also, I did a lot of voice recording when I, wrote the actual book myself, like the contents, like my thoughts in the book. Because during a lot of that time, I was really sick, and I couldn't really sit up at a computer and just do focused work. So I would lay down and then talk into a voice transcription app. I personally use Otter. I've been using Otter for probably like 6 years at this point. Well, let's say maybe 4 years at this point. And I've been using that application. It's been working wonderfully for me in transcribing my voice notes, or I can speak directly into the app, or you can use the app when you have a meeting or something like that where you need to make sure that you can take really good notes. It actually takes a summary of Whatever the recording is, it gives you a very clean transcription. The transcription quality is very good. And it's going to be a little difficult when you're transcribing someone's words. You can see, like, when you have closed caption, you can see sometimes that the words aren't exactly what that person said, because AI is trying to pick up what the person is saying. It's picking up on different dialects and all of that stuff, and different ways that people say words. But Otter is like very good at actually picking up the words with accuracy. And so for these live sessions, we use this countdown timer by Million Reason, and you can find them on YouTube. There's a channel on YouTube that have different types of timers, different times. For our purposes, we use the 50-minute timer, and then we take a 10-minute break, which we use the vibration plate to help us stay on time with the timer, because I only go for 10 minutes on the vibration plate. So let's go ahead and get started, my people. And I'm wishing you very good creative energy, good vibes in this live writing session. I'm praying that you really experience some breakthroughs, therapy wise, just kind of getting this stuff out. There are very good mental health benefits to what you're doing. And I hope that you are, acknowledging that and acknowledging your progress in doing these sessions. Okay, you guys? All right, here we go. Let's put this microphone down. I'm going to go ahead and go on mute, and let's get started writing. Hey y'all, what's up? How was it? How did we do? Ooh, child. How did we do, y'all? Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I got a lot accomplished. As always, you guys, go ahead and get up, people. As a matter of fact, let's change the music. This might give y'all a little motivation to get up, child, okay? Maybe if we change the music for our movement breaks. Okay, let's see what they have to offer here. Okay, let's try a little hip hop maybe. Let me see. I'm trying to see what other stations they have. Okay, let's see. Let's try this. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, you got your fingers crossed. It's gonna be a good station. Wait, this supposed to be the hip hop station? I guess, honey. Does that give y'all the motivation to get up? It don't really sound all that different. It's just slightly more upbeat. All right, we're gonna listen to that until we're done with this movement break. Okay, get up, y'all, get up. Or if you're doing some type of like exercise while you're sitting down, you could do something while you're laying down. Like if you don't want to get out of the way, but you still need to do some type of movement. Okay, y'all. Are y'all listening to me? Do some type of movement. I know you don't want to stop, especially when you get in that flow, you get in your mojo. And I mean, you don't have to, child. I'm not there in your house. I'm not the writing police, okay? And I'm not the movement police, but I encourage you to do both, right? And then get your behind up and get to moving a little bit just so you can move that through, move it out, move it out of your body. Whatever traumatic things you may have brought up in this last writing session, you want to move that out your body. Like, go ahead and just get that out. You've already written it down, but go ahead and just kind of like shake that out of you. Okay. You releasing it. Okay, child. Just get it off of you, get it out of you. Okay. It's like an alien or something. Get it out. Just get it out. I don't know why I thought of an alien though. That's what it always seems like. You know how like y'all watch some scary movies and you see a woman pregnant with an alien, that alien just in her stomach just doing all kind of crazy stuff. So, you know what? That just might be a good illustration for how this trauma and these daddy issues are. You know what I mean? It's like just get that alien out of you, child. Okay. And then, I don't know, you might end up birthing something something weird. I don't know, y'all. However you want to think of it, whatever floats your boat, okay? But just get up and get moving. So, what I was working on is my pharmacy business. You guys know that I am a pharmacy influencer. So I talk about these products that I'm using. These are products that I already use. Like you guys know, I have fibromyalgia and lupus. So I have pain, all over my body, different parts, different times, right? A lot of time, like a lot of my main, well, some of my main pain areas are like, in places that like my hips, my knees, stuff like that, stuff that like spots where it's like if they hurt, you don't even want to line dance. And y'all know I teach line dance now too, right? So, child, I don't need anything interfering with me getting my line dance on. Okay. So this is one of the things that I use that helps with pain. This is called the paprika and chili balsam, and it's a massage gel. It's literally a gel. Let me show y'all. Okay. I'm just roll my sleeves up. All right, so y'all see this, and it's actually red too. Like, how neat is that? Y'all see that? Y'all know I like to keep the lights low around here, child. So this is the paprika and chili balsam. I don't want it to fall. Starts to starts to move when it gets warmed up. Okay. And you guys, you can grab this, right? As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this QR code right here. And this will take you directly to the paprika and chili balsam, you guys. And it's right there on the screen, right there. Look at that. And you could grab your own tube of it. Okay. And while you're sitting here having these live writing sessions, you can rub it on different spots. I rub it on my hip, my knees. I don't want anything interfering with my line dancing, child. But this definitely helps. And it gives kind of like, you can smell kind of like a little bit of icy hot kind of. In fact, it's almost like when you smell a little bit, it does like clear your nose just a little bit. Kind of like giving it like a bit of a Vicks vapor rub type of a smell and type of a effect. But it gets right down in those muscles and those joints, and but it gets down in there with natural products, like paprika and chili. But y'all have that stuff in your kitchen. You know what I mean? And who would have thunk it that we could rub this gel on our bodies that has paprika and chili in it? And those are the active ingredients that actually help with our pain. That is crazy. Like, really? Isn't that crazy? Kind of makes you think, like, if it's so simple that we're using, natural ingredients, then do we need all that other stuff? I mean, really, do we really need it? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but I thank God that I can manage it with a natural product, and a natural product that I get a discount on. So that is even better. You know what I mean? Even betterer. Yeah, I know it's not a word, but it is a word. Okay. It's a whole word. So you can grab some for yourself, put it on your knees, on your shoulders. Like, I have a lot of tension and back pain, especially like from sitting there typing at the computer. I put it on my wrist before for carpal tunnel pain, and it has helped with that as well. So y'all make sure y'all grab y'all very own tube. You can get your own tube, and then y'all let me know, child, how great it is for you. I don't know, it's like sometimes you just wouldn't think like such simple things, simple products, simple ingredients will be exactly what you need, that does the job for you. So I thank God that that's the case for me. And so if you guys want to get your very own tube, it's right there. Um, so, okay. So I've been working on that, and my goal is to make director in 90 days. Now, this is a goal I just set for myself. I was like, I really want to set a goal for myself so I have something that I'm, really shooting toward now, or like, working towards. So, I don't know. I think everybody needs a goal. I mean, like, what do you want to accomplish? Some people ask you like, well, what are your income goals? Or, and like, do you want to grow a business, or do you just want to, get discounts for yourself or whatever and your friends or something, like, what are your goals? But Mine are impact wise, like, yes, I want to grow my business. Um, I want financial freedom in a way that, I haven't experienced before, and in a way that's different from what I'm experiencing now. I want to continue to grow and expand. Um, I want to be able to do more things like with my writing. And, I don't know if y'all really notice, but, people don't really buy books like that. You know what I mean? Like they do and they don't. Um, so, I'm one of those that, like, I know that I have something really great, and a lot of what I do, I want to give away for free, you know, um, just to support the next daughter, give the next daughter what I didn't have. And especially because I know a lot of us are in position where we really can't because of, maybe our upbringing. Maybe we just weren't taught to be financially sound, Um, but throughout the things that I teach, it is helping to get you there. It's helping to get me there. I told you guys before that one of my goals is to get, a little bit better with my finances in business and personally. Um, get a little bit more of a footing with everything that I've created. I'm a serial creator. And so I've created so many things that I just have lost track of. Like I just forgot that I did it, or I did it and just, I was like, maybe I'll put it out at this certain time period, but just hadn't, maybe the timing wasn't right, or maybe I started to doubt what I created, which happens too. Um, and so I want to, do better in that way. And, that may be your same situation. And, so a lot of things I do, I want to be able to just, pay that forward. But, it takes money to be able to do those types of things. And so I believe that, also going into this business is something that's going to really help get me there so that I could just be expanded and be able to impact daughters in a bigger way. So that was our 10-minute movement break. I'm going to go ahead and remove this QR code. Um, or actually, I'll just go ahead and switch screens. So we'll go ahead and switch screens and go back to the timer. All right, y'all. Again, in the chat, let me know what you're working on if you want me to just know and send out some good vibes for you, hold you accountable. Y'all hold me accountable, and let's get to writing. Hey y'all. All right, we're back from our break, from our second writing session. Second writing session. We just completed it. We have done two 50-minute writing sessions. Ooh, oh my gosh. Don't let me make y'all sleepy though. It's 3:43 a.m. where I am. What time is it where y'all are? Let me know in the chat. Because I know, we're all over the world here, right? So you could be overseas watching us and writing with us, or child, you could be in the state of Alabama too and still be in a different time zone than me. So let me know where you are writing from. What are your writing goals? Are you accomplishing those goals? Are you moving in the right direction when it comes to your writing process and your writing goals? As you guys know, that you still have the QR code right there at the bottom, so you can grab you a tube of this paprika and chili balsam massage gel. Y'all, this is a very powerful pain reliever that I use myself, and you guys saw me rub it on my hip. So that helps because, sitting down for, long periods of time, um, it can have an impact on your joints and stuff. So I like to make sure that I'm, doing at least a few things that'll help to, minimize the pain. And that paprika and chili balsam is one of them. Also, this vibration plate is like excellent for that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna change the setting on here. Yeah, let's change it to a different, because usually I just turn it on, just whatever comes up, comes up. So, and I have it set to where each of my sessions are 10 minutes long. They say, I think they recommend like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. Like, I don't know. You have to see. Like if y'all get y'all vibration play, let me know if how y'all feel about it and what your experience has been. So I just like it. It just feels like it's just like it's giving me a good like shaking out like stiffness. Hold on one second. I feel like I got to sneeze, y'all. Don't y'all hate when a sneeze is like right there on the edge and then it goes away, but it's still kind of still right there on the edge? It's like I hate an incomplete sneeze. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's right there on the tip, but it doesn't go. That's the worst. It's worse than actually sneezing. But anyway, so let me know in the chat, you guys, what you like, what progress you're making, um, and let me know what you're working on. I'm your accountability partner. You're my accountability partner. I always have to say that slow. Um, so it's just good that we have this vibe going on in the writing lab where we can be in different time zones, totally different places in the world, and it's like we're together though, and like we're all just kind of in the same office, just getting our little writing on, child. Okay. So I'm gonna take another break, and then I don't know. I might I don't even know how I'm gonna feel like after I take this break. I'm tired, but I am making some really good progress, and I'm really proud of the progress that I'm making. So I'm one of those that likes to have a good like I guess maybe like a SOP. It's like I create a SOP, a standard operating procedures for just about everything I do, because for me I have to have that structure and I have to have a plan to go by. If I just like just willy-nilly just do stuff, it's just not going to work. Plus, my brain is not going to even keep up with it. I'm going to forget what I did, so I like to have a nice plan. So that's what I was doing for this last writing session. I was putting together my SOP so that I run my pharmacy business the way I want it to be run. And so that when the daughters make a decision whether they want to get on board with me in the pharmacy business, they'll I'll be able to be clear and confident, at least in what I'm talking about, at a surface level. Because I mean, I'm still new in it. I haven't tried all the products, but I have, attempted to, you know what I mean? Like, I want to. Um, I know that's not, I don't believe it's really practical, to be honest, but because they have so many products from health, beauty, nutrition, wellness, um, and so I'm super excited about this opportunity, about the company, the comp plan. I mean, everything just seems to be, well, not seems to be, everything looks really great and has been great for me so far. And so now I want to bring other daughters on board. So if you are, someone who is also thinking about having a product-based business, and you're interested in joining me, partnering with me in pharmacy, I would love to have you. um, I'd like for you to go ahead and just, like, you could click on this link here, go and check out the site. You'll be able to view other products there as well and just kind of get a lay of the land. Um, but yeah, so reach out to me and let me know, where you are. There's absolutely no pressure. Over here, I value discernment. And so what I want you to do is be able to, make a decision of what's best for you. Maybe it's not best for you, but I want you to be informed and empowered to make that decision yourself without any pushiness, without any sales, and without any discomfort. I'm not even good with it. You know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with being pushy or salesy or anything like that. I just want to present you with the opportunity, and you decide what works best for you. And that's for me, that's the best way, that's the most authentic way for me. And um and i i believe that you'll make the best decision for yourself regardless of what your answer is. So I love y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Again, y'all continue working. If you want to continue working, you can view the back this play this video back, go to another one of these videos, or you can go to Million Reason, that the site on YouTube that I was telling you, that has those timers on there, those really cute timers that we use. So you want to go there and just do it, put on your own timer, just to kind of keep the same vibe kind of going. um, go ahead and pull up a timer. If you don't want to go 15 minutes, let's say 30 minutes is your thing, or 90 minutes is your thing, then they have a timer for that. So you can go to them, and just to shout out Million Reason, because I'm using someone else's platform to really help us to enrich ourselves and to move our writing forward. And so I'm extremely appreciative to them for that. And I'm appreciative for you, and to you, for being here and being a part of this writing journey, and realizing that your story is important enough, you are important enough, um, that your health, your sanity, your spiritual relationship, your you know everything financially, like, I want you to be enriched. I want for you to prosper. And um, and I hope that you feel that over here on in the Delores space, okay? Because I can't even say what channel I have. I'm on several channels, but wherever you're watching me, whatever platform you're watching me on, just know I'm your sister in discernment. I'm here for you. I have a ton of content over on my YouTube pages. So if you like to get to know me a little bit better, know what I'm about, I have a lot of content over. More content is over on the daughter. Wait a minute, not Daughters of Design. Hold on, again. I'm gonna tell y'all, Discern and Dance. Okay, Discern and Dance on YouTube. You may be able to just find everything if you just put in my name, Delores. Okay, y'all. I used to really not like that name, for real, because I just felt like it was an old lady name. I was like, I have an old lady name. You don't never see any Dolores my age. But I have come to really love it, because you don't see any Dolores my age. And now you don't even see any older Dolores. I think most of the Dolores have passed on, y'all. So I'm one of the only ones still out here, you guys. Let me know if y'all know any Doloreses. Let me know if y'all have any Doloreses in your family, any friends that are Dolores, is named Dolores. One thing you're not gonna find is a nasty, mean Dolores, okay? Anybody named Dolores is a sweetheart, okay? She's giving like auntie energy, kind of grandma energy. You know what I mean? But like in the best way, in the warmest way possible, you know? And I'm a young Dolores, child, and I still give that. So I give auntie, energy, you know, with a touch of firmness. You know what I'm saying? Just a little touch of firm, soft with a touch of firm. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Make sure y'all grab that chili, that paprika and chili balsam. Child, rub that on those knees, rub that on those hips, those joints. Rub it all into that shoulder, child, and you will feel the relief. Okay, I want to hear your story about how the paprika and chili balsam worked for you. Now, if you want something that's a little more mentholy, we have another pain relief gel on there. So you go over to the site and you'll be able to see that over there. Okay, you guys. I love y'all and I thank y'all so much for being a part of these live writing sessions. Again, in the chat, let me know what you're working on. Let me know where you are. You have me as your daughter in discernment, another writer who is pushing you to tell the truth, daughter. Okay. I love y'all and I will see y'all later. Remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Bye bye for now.